So now we have a mount for our servo. We can add the servo to the feature. So servo, you can drag it in. I'd always recommend you rotate it so it's facing roughly the right direction. It's more cooperative that way, I feel. Okay. So it's going to go in here, just roughly face in the right place. Okay. And we're going to use, just free up more real estate, close that up. Assemble, you want to create a joint. And we're going to create a joint from this ring here, this ring here. I should sit exactly where it is supposed to. Should be a little bit of daylight down the side there. That's our little tolerance that we've included in our design. There will likewise be some at the back here. Okay, that joint is all good. And you'll know it's all good when you turn all your other elements on. You can see that the servo itself sticks out. Now, of the face, this part, turn the window off, this part is 12mm circle, which sticks through. We'll have to also cut out this shoulder here out of the face. So that's one thing we're going to have to do. Just leave that window off for the moment. One thing you can do to check that everything's been done properly and it all works is use the section analysis tool. The section analysis, I'm going to choose this side face here. It chops everything in half. I can give it a spin through to the side and I can see that everything's going to work out pretty good. There's a little bit of a gap here where that the stub will fit onto the servo. If that pushes all the way on, it's going to be okay. Oh. So to get out of that analysis, we just deselect that one. So one thing we can do is notch out this section of the face. So I'm going to hide up a main body, ring, and I'm going to start a sketch just on the face of the face. Hit P to project. Just going to select that. And if we now then hide the stub, the servo, finish sketch, and just use the extrude tool to cut this section out. So when I turn the servo back on, that's going to come through nice and cleanly. Alrighty, so now we'll design up the needle for the which will sit on the stub. I'm going to hit sketch and we're just going to draw a sketch on this face here. One thing that's handy is using the slice tool, so you can sort of see it sort of slices just like the section analysis tool does. This is just in sketch mode though. So it sort of slices it so you can sort of see what's happening on the inside. That's handy in this scenario because I can't see where the interior body sits. I'm going to project in this face here. So I'm going to start with the line, and at the midpoint, so where the triangle pops up, I'm going to draw a line down 3mm. At this point here, 0.8. If you turn the ring and the main body on, you'll be able to see sort of where your maximum length is going to be. I'm going to set this one to 16. And I'm going to draw a straight line between here and here. .5. That should be. Oops. I've got a forced constraint here created by accident, so just delete that. Make that one And we're just going to go through here, maybe 17.5. So this needle look like this sort of profile. I'm going to hide up the ring and body again. Now I'm going to need to use this sketch twice, one to cut the hole into the stub and one to create the needle itself. So I'll go extrude, use these two sketches. Where it says one side, I'm going to make sure it's symmetrical. Now the material is going to be 3mm thick, so 3mm distance. Just make sure it's the whole length, not half length. So that's going to cut the profile there. Turn that sketch back on, extrude, the same two features, symmetrical again, same distance, 3mm, whole length. Just going to make sure, instead of join, it's going to be a new body. So I'll be able to laser cut the needle itself. I guess you could make this all as one part as a 3D printed feature, and then you could have a little bit more design scope in your needle itself. And the other thing I'm going to do while I'm here is I'm going to add a chamfer this ring here, just 1mm or so. Just add a little bit of interest to that shape.